Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignitiontum, and boy, do we have an action-packed today when it comes to the news. Oh boy, I mean every day brings something that is highly unusual. Here is where things stand right now. It is expected today, and by the time you watch this video, it is expected that the president is going to provide an update on vaccines. The president is expected to announce that the United States is on track to have 100 million doses of an approved vaccine distributed by the end of the year. The distribution plan, which is being overseen by Operation Warp Speed, is going to be better than the US anticipated. This is what the president is expected to announce. This is the latest reporting from Politico, and chances are by the time you watch this video, that announcement has already happened. When I'm making this video, the announcement has not yet happened, but that is what is happening right now. Now, whether you take a vaccine or not, that is a whole separate subject, and that is entirely up to you. But this is the president essentially announcing that the vaccines will be distributed, and he's been pushing for this to happen super fast. And by the way, it's very widely known that the airline industry has been badly impacted by the pandemic. In fact, the airlines did get a bailout from the CARES Act, but that money has run out. There were some stipulations to the airlines getting that money. They would not let people go, but as soon as that stipulation period expired, the airlines are now starting to lay off tens of thousands of people. So what's happening is that United Airlines CEO and union leaders wrote a letter to the congressional leadership and to the US Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin, and they said that if Congress does not re-up federal support for airlines, in other words, airlines now want more federal support. It's funny, right? Everyone is sort of, trying to get more money, and specifically these big airlines, and, they're saying that if they don't re-up federal support for families, I quote, up to 16,000 members of the United family are at risk of involuntary furloughs starting October 1st. I'll also provide you with a letter, by the way, from the airlines that was sent, and this actually is a very recent letter. This is a letter that was sent by the airlines today, and it was sent to several individuals in the government. So again, in fact, here's a letter on your screen right now that you can see. This letter went from the airlines to Steven Mnuchin, Kevin McCarthy, Chuck Schumer, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, and the Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. It basically said that because of the crisis, we are running out of money, and in order to be able to get through the crisis, we need you to give us money. In fact, page 2 of the letter specifically says, through at least the remainder of 2020, we expect passenger demand to be down over 70% and revenue down 85%. From 2019 levels. To survive the crisis with such low demand, we have also raised billions of dollars in the private capital markets. Just to give all of you an idea, the amount of debt that the airlines have now is greater than the value of all the airlines. So the airlines now have more debt than what they are worth. And so what the airline said was, getting through this crisis will continue to require cooperation and sacrifice from everyone. We respectfully urge an urgent return to negotiations and an agreement for aviation workers and the larger economy. So as you can see, there's a lot of pressure to have another stimulus package. Now, the airline lobby is a very powerful lobby, but unfortunately, airlines now need a lot of money, and airlines employ tens of thousands of individuals. So there is going to be pressure from the government to give the airlines money, because the airlines essentially employ tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of individuals. Now, this entire stimulus discussion was sort of brought back into the limelight because of the president's tweet, basically encouraging the Republicans to go for higher numbers. I did cover that in a lot of detail, but here are some comments from Senate Finance Chairman Chuck Grassley in a Bloomberg TV interview. And he said, I quote, "This used to be the White House versus Pelosi up until now. Now the president's coming in and saying we can maybe go to $1.5 trillion. He said, and I quote, "He better be careful of that, because I don't think that will get through the US Senate." This is from the Senate Finance Committee Chair, Chuck Grassley. And, this is where things stand right now. Let's take a look at this clip so you can see for yourself.
As you look forward, there's going to be a recess soon because people have to go back and campaign. All the House of Representatives, a third of the Senate. What are the chances of getting fiscal stimulus before the election? From 1 to 100, what do you put it at?
0, unless Pelosi decides she needs something. She's going to have to sit down with the White House, but the White House has been making some statements here recently that would never get hardly any Republicans in the House, in the United States Senate. So this used to be the White House versus Pelosi up until about now. Now the president's coming in and saying, we can maybe go to 1.5 trillion. He better be careful of that, because I don't think that bill could get through the United States Senate.
Now, in other comments, Senator John Thune of South Dakota, he's the number 2 GOP leader in the chamber. He said pushing past $1 trillion, and I quote, is a threshold at which you start losing Republican support. His colleague, Senator Ron Johnson of Wisconsin, underlined that last week's $650 billion bill was the right size. He said that legislation was blocked by Democrats who called it insufficient. So that's where things stand. Now, there are other Republican senators who've also weighed in, and let me give you a sense of what other Republicans have said. House Republican Kevin McCarthy said, we'd have to see what's in it, but I think it's difficult. Johnson said the president has his opinion, we have ours. Senator John Kennedy of Louisiana said, if a bill is chock full of spending porn, as Speaker Pelosi's bill is, I'm not going to vote for it. Senator Roy Blunt of Missouri said, I think there is a deal to be had here. And he added, the window probably closes around the end of this month. Senator John Cornyn of Texas said he hoped President Trump would endorse the Problem Solvers Caucus proposal, and he said this will persuade Speaker Pelosi to move off the dime. House GOP Conference Chair Liz Cheney from Wyoming said, I would be hesitant to make a commitment about a level that is that high and emphasize instead the importance of reopening the economy. The top House Ways and Means Committee Republican Kevin Brady from Texas said that it was not perfect, but helped create momentum. Now, there is one additional thing, and that is that the White House Chief of Staff, Mark Meadows, who's one of the key negotiators, along with U.S. Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin, he told reporters in the past 24 hours that there are no planned discussions with the Speaker or with Leader Schumer at this point. And he said that if House Speaker Pelosi sticks with the $2.2 trillion, stimulus will not get enacted before the legislation. And House Speaker Pelosi, when she was asked about it, said that they can call her when they are at $2.2 trillion. So this is where things stand right now. The president is trying to push, but there is not enough support from the GOP leaders. House Speaker Pelosi isn't budging. Now, the one thing that I find highly unusual is, the president can push, but the president should be rallying the GOP senators to be able to get behind him. The president can definitely put out an announcement, but, somebody needs to bring both the sides together, and unfortunately, both the sides are not any closer together despite this policy announcement. Somebody needs to pick up the phone and talk to each other. That's where things stand right now. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. And also please share this video with friends and family. Let us know what you think. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you don't know anything about me, my name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda. I have the fortune, the honor, the privilege of living the American dream, and I want to help you live your American dream. I'll never get tired of saying that I'm a beneficiary of American exceptionalism, and I want to again help you live your American dream. So please click like, please subscribe, please enable notifications so you can get instant updates from us going forward on this channel. Now, sometimes YouTube does not send out instant notifications. So what you may want to do is bookmark youtube.com/ignition time. That's youtube.com/ignition time. This way you can visit our homepage and watch the videos at any point in time that you want. So make sure you do that. You can get your cell phone out, send a text message with the word ignition or with the word time to 70,000, that's 70000, and you can get added to our SMS list. You can also, if you want, go to ignitiontime.com/alerts. That's ignitiontime.com/alerts, and then you can get on our email list. You can opt out of the SMS list or the email list at any time. Now, you can also follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is ignition_time. That's ignition_time. And you can also follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is the exact same, ignition_time. That's ignition_time. So make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter as well. Now, we release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week. So please make sure you click like, you subscribe, you enable notifications. Please share this video if you thought that it was beneficial and if you feel your friends and family should know about it. And also, please comment below and let us know what you thought of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Take care. Bye.